Hello there, Friday the 6th of October 2023. Welcome to the weekend and thank you so much for choosing Lookuptv to bring you stories that are making headlines. We've got lots lined up for you this evening. Before we get into it, here are our top stories. Tonight on Lookup Weekend.
Counties have consistently fallen short of their annual own source revenue OSR targets since the advent of devolution. The shortfall has had adverse effects on service delivery.
Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua asks governors to clear pending bills at the counties for the private sector to thrive.
As a way forward, we have agreed that we will be resuming work as a committee on Wednesday.
Members of the bipartisan committee reconvene at the Bomas of Kenya to define their agenda as they seek to settle the formula of addressing outstanding issues.
Mtu asiwaambie ya kwamba muko nje ya serikali. Hii serikali ni serikali ya Kenya.
And President William Ruto tours Siaya County as he stresses that each Kenyan has a right to the national cake. Welcome to the weekend. This is Lookup Weekend. Nancy Nelima here and Felista Adundo on the sign language interpretation. Do let us know where you're watching as you usher in your weekend. The hashtag is Lookup Weekend at Lookuptv on Facebook, Lookuptv on X, and Lookuptv on our YouTube channel. And now let's begin our broadcast this evening. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has asked governors to clear pending bills at the counties for the private sector to thrive. Speaking when he addressed the 21st ordinary session at the Intergovernmental Budget Economic Council at the official residence at Karen, Nairobi, the Deputy President said bills are slowing economic growth, especially for the upcoming investors. Let's take a look.
Service delivering counties could be affected if the national government does not disburse revenue to the counties. The national government has only disbursed 61 billion shillings to the counties out of the 385.4 funds allocated for the counties. In an 8-hour meeting with the governors, the national government has agreed to disburse 52 million shillings soon as grants.
The council was informed that of the 385.4 billion shillings allocated to the counties for the 2023-2024 financial year, out of which 61.1 billion has been disbursed to counties as an equitable share. Kenya shillings 52 billion to be disbursed as conditional grants to counties. To overcome difficult fiscal space, counties with low bank balances at the central bank will be given priority.
On matters pending bills, it was reported that only 40 counties have submitted their pending bills report to the control of the budget, with Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua calling on counties to clear pending bills.
Regarding pending bills, it was reported that 40 counties have submitted their pending bills reports to the control of budget. However, it was noted that some counties did not follow the first in, first out basis criteria. The council decided that a meeting be convened involving the control of budget, the Council of Governors, and the National Treasury to address and resolve the persistent issues of pending bills. The council was informed that counties have consistently fallen short of their annual own source revenue OSR targets since the advent of devolution. The shortfall has had adverse effects on service delivery and has played a role in the accumulation of pending bills.
Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has now said that Kenya Kwanza government is working towards enhancing devolution, and according to him, issues on pending bills, corruption and low revenue collected are some of the main threats to pulling back the government efforts in enhancing devolution.
His Excellency President William Ruto and I are committed to fostering harmonious and consultative intergovernmental relations and cooperations at both levels of government. We also acknowledge and appreciate your continued support to our various development interventions and under our bottom-up economic transformation agenda.
Mavin Getembe, Lookuptv, Nairobi.
Moving on, the National Dialogue Committee on Friday addressed the media and said that the second phase of the talks is poised to begin on Wednesday. Committee members have signaled to meet and iron out some controversial items that they have not agreed on so far. Stanley Lugari attended the briefing and now files the following report.
Dialogues between Azimio and Kenya Kwanza is set to begin on Wednesday this coming week after the National Committee on Friday addressed the media, indicating that a total of 258 memoranda were received from the public.
We have had a chance to be able to get a submission of all the memoranda that we received from the technical team, and I wish to report the following: that we had 31 had delivered memoranda to Parliament buildings. We had 46 delivered to Bomas of Kenya, and we had 181 via email. So a total of 258.
Number of memoranda, the quality of oral submissions, we can actually conclude that this has been one of the most consultative processes that one can ever come across.
Similarly, the committee has signed to receive more than 60 recommendations from relevant stakeholders and leaders, and is now planning to meet and reach consensus on the agenda that they have not yet agreed on. However, the technical committee will continue to work, while the negotiation team indicated to work for a long time, including weekends when the dialogue will be resumed.
We have agreed that we will be resuming work as a committee on Wednesday, but in the meantime, there's work for the technical committee to do, and we'll be looking at all the 5 issues as we agreed at the beginning of our talks, and we will be able now to begin consensus building on the 5 issues starting on Wednesday, and we will be working, long hours, probably into the weekends, until we are able to build consensus on those issues.
We seem to have had convergence on a number of issues so far, and therefore, as we resume next week, we shall basically be focusing on building consensus around those other outstanding issues, and we are sure that we are going to be able to deliver to Kenyans product within the timelines.
The talks anchored on 5-point agenda, which include outstanding constitutional matters on high cost of living, electoral justice, and issues related such as restructuring of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission (IEBC), boundaries delimitations, review of the 2022 general elections, inclusion in the constitution, the National Government Constituency Development Fund (CDF), the National Government Affirmative Action Fund, the Senate Oversight Fund, and the Ward Representative Fund, incorporating in the Constitution the Office of the Leader of Opposition and the Office of the Prime Minister, and finally, loyalty to political parties. Some of the agenda appears to be conflicting from the stakeholders who appeared before the committee, including the submission by former Attorney General Githu Muigai, who proposed for the reduction of boundaries, unlike the National Parliamentary Caucus, wants extension of the boundaries including counties and constituency by 11 and 27 respectively.
Close of the stakeholder engagements, the committee had received oral submissions from 60 stakeholders and 704 persons drawn from the stakeholders who appeared before the committee since Monday.
Reporting for Lookup, I'm Jengi Timothy.
Moving on his development visit to Nyanza, President William Ruto has committed 50 million towards the development of a Urenga Level 4 hospital in Siaya County, in addition to equipping the health facility with modern equipment once the project is complete. The head of state also oversaw the groundbreaking ceremony of the Kabonyo Fisheries Aquaculture service in Nyando constituency, Kisumu County. The facility will be project to serve as the epicenter of the production of fingerlings to boost the fish reserve in Lake Victoria. Henry Tende with more.
President William Ruto's visit to the counties of Siaya and Kisumu came against the backdrop of heavy criticisms from the opposition outfit Azimio in the way the government has responded to a myriad of issues, including insecurity. The criticisms, however, did not deter the head of state, who arrived in the region on a high-level development visit. Siaya County providing the first stop for President William Ruto and his team. Here, the Commander-in-Chief put a smile on the residents of the larger Siaya County, announcing he will shoulder half of the cost to fund the construction of Urenga Level 4 Hospital.
Hiyo pesa milioni 50 ambayo tayari tumetoa. Mimi kwa sababu nimefika hapa na mimi ndio mdosi. My brother, nitakuongezea ifike shilingi milioni 100. Ili huyu rafiki yangu James, kwa sababu ameongezea shilingi milioni 50. Sasa badala ya kujenga gorofa 2, tutajenga gorofa 4. Na pale kutakuwa na hospitali sawa sawa level 4. Tunaelewana jameni? Na mimi vile vile nataka nimwambie James, hospitali ikikamilika, huyu Ocheng umtume kwangu, ndio tupange vile tutaweka equipment kwa hiyo hospitali.
Sisi tumefika hapa kwa sababu ya maendeleo. Sisi hatukufika hapa kupiga siasa. Na vile mmeelezwa na David Ocheng, wakati nilipata habari ya kwamba ni maendeleo ndio inatufikisha hapa, mimi nikasema hiyo ni tick.
From Siaya, President Ruto touched down in Kisumu County, where he led a groundbreaking ceremony of the Kabonyo Fisheries Aquaculture Service in Nyando constituency. The project that had failed to take off in 20 years will now be complete in December next year, with the national government pumping in 1 billion Kenya shillings.
We are going to be generating at least 7 million fingerlings from this project every year, so that we can restock all our fish ponds in this region and also restock Lake Victoria for purposes of ensuring that we have adequate fish as we go along, making sure that we have adequate food and we can reduce the cost of living in the Republic of Kenya.
In addition to the service, President Ruto has promised to establish 8 fish landing sites to promote fish business and ensure fish farmers reap maximum returns from their sweat.
Katika ufuo huu wa ziwa la Lake Victoria, tunajenga landing sites, fish landing sites zingine 8. Na katika landing sites hizo tumeweka pesa shilingi milioni 900 kuhakikisha kwamba all those landing sites are functioning in the next 1 year.
The sites, according to plans, will have modern coolants that will preserve fish before they hit the market. The head of state remaining upbeat, this move will ensure the country is self-reliant in producing enough fish to meet local demand.
Katika budget ya mwaka huu, nilipeleka bunge, tukapiga marufuku mambo ya kuleta samaki kutoka China na kutoka sehemu ingine. Mimi nauliza nyinyi watu wa hapa Urenga, mnataka tuendelee kuleta samaki kutoka China? Tumekosa wavuvi wa kwenda kuvua samaki hapa ziwa la Victoria.
President Ruto says he will not stop in his quest to have developments across the entire nation. Henry Tende, Lookuptv.
It's a good time to take a break here on the program, but we'll be back with so much more on the other side.
We got good news for you. You have the opportunity to win up to 100,000 shillings cash money from Kuza Bees. It's easy to participate. Just open M-Pesa, Lipa na M-Pesa, account number 825454, account name right, Lookuptv, then deposit 99 shillings only. Remember, the more you participate, the more the chances of winning. Hurry now and be one of the winners of the Daily Cash Awards.
This game is BCLB licensed and is not open to persons under the age of 18 years. Play responsibly.
As part of our service improvement strategies, the authority has adjusted its operating hours. In this regard, all NTSA banking halls and offices will operate Monday to Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Additionally, NTSA offices will remain open to the public on Saturday 30th September 2023 and Saturday 7th October 2023 from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. to enable number plate collection. We humbly request motor vehicle owners who have received message notifications on collections of reflective number plates to visit the centers they identified during the application process. For more information, visit our website at www.ntsa.go.ke. This information is brought to you by the Director General of NTSA. NTSA, keep our roads safe.
Are you looking for experts in waterproofing systems, concrete admixtures, flooring systems, refurbishment solutions, roofing, sealing and bonding, and building finishing systems? Look no more, as Sika Kenya got you covered. With over 113 years of experience, we offer our customers a comprehensive one-stop shop experience and the best technical support. Our products are available in all leading hardware stores and building merchants across the country. Call us today on 0711 140 232 or 0786 140 834 or email us on sales@ke.sika.com. Sika Kenya, building trust. Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with Lookuptv. Nancy Nelima here and Felista Adundo on the sign language interpretation. Moving on, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi on Friday met President Paul Kagame of Rwanda at State House in Kigali. Mudavadi, who was on an official visit, delivered a special message to President Kagame on behalf of President William Ruto. He later toured the Genocide Memorial Museum and laid a wreath in memory of thousands of Rwandese people killed during the 1993 massacre.
The Prime Cabinet Secretary and Cabinet Secretary for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, Musalia Mudavadi, arrived in Rwanda on an official visit. Mudavadi was received by General James Kabarare, who is the Minister of Foreign Affairs in charge of regional cooperation at the Kigali International Airport. According to his office, Mudavadi is expected to meet President Paul Kagame and deliver a special message from Kenyan President William Ruto. A tweet from the office of Musalia Mudavadi also revealed that discussions will primarily focus on strengthening cooperation within the member states of the East African Community, fostering unity and promoting shared prosperity among the two nations. Mudavadi's visit comes 2 days after his appointment in the Foreign Affairs and Diaspora docket by President William Ruto in a cabinet reshuffle. Prior to that, Mudavadi also visited Burundi on October 2nd for a diplomatic visit and later met Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni on October 5th. Brian Mwai, Lookuptv.
Now, health facilities that detain patients or bodies over delayed payments could soon be charged a fine of up to 1 million shillings if Parliament adopts the Health Amendment Bill 2023. The bill by Kirinyaga County Woman Representative Njeri Minor also wants the national government to appropriate resources to the national referral hospitals as a reimbursement of any revenue lost.
Mbunge wa kina mama Kirinyaga County, na leo nimekuwa mbele ya budget committee ya bunge. Manake niko na bill ambayo ninataka kuleta kule bunge, inaitwa Health Amendment Bill ya 2023. Na kwa hiyo bill mimi naomba wabunge waipe support, manake mimi ninapendekeza tuunde sheria ambayo itahakikisha kwamba mtu akifariki hawezi kuzuiliwa kwenye hospitali, ama mtu akiwa na akipata matibabu alafu ashindwe kulipa bill hazuiliwi kwenye hospitali. Na mimi nasema ya kwamba sio kosa kuwa maskini hapa Kenya. Na mimi nashughulikia hustlers wa pale chini. Manake wakati mwingi unapata ya kwamba kule mashinani hata Kirinyaga County tumekuwa na kesi nyingi sana. Watu wakifariki unakuta hospitali wanakataa kupea familia mwili ili waweze kuulaza lakini mimi najua ya kwamba sio eti watu wanakataa kulipa. Tunajua ya kwamba watu wengi hapa Kenya hawana ile bima ya kushughulikia health facilities ama kuweza kujikimu na kulipa bill za health. Kwa hivyo mimi naomba na nimeomba committee ya budget ipitishe hiyo bill, ilete pale bunge ili tuweze kujadili kama wabunge na tuweze kuhakikisha kwamba tunaunda sheria. Manake sisemi ya kwamba watu wasilipe hospitali. Mimi naomba mtu kama hawezi kabisa kulipa hospitali aweze kuachiliwa, kama mtu wao amefariki na hawezi kulipa kabisa waweze kuachiliwa. Ninaomba tutaweza pia kukua na policies ambazo zitahakikisha kwamba kuna financial assessment ambayo inafanywa kuhakikisha kwamba watu hawaabuse ile sheria ama watu hawafanyi kuchukulia advantage ili waweze kukosa kulipa bill za hospitali. Kwa hivyo mimi hiyo pendekezo ya financial assessment ndio nimeleta kama amendment ambayo nimefanya kwenye hiyo bill ili tuhakikishe kwamba tunashughulikia Wakenya wa pale chini kabisa.
President William Ruto has directed the Ministry of Interior and National Administration to move with speed and restore normalcy in the Sondu border. Ruto has ordered architects behind the ethnic clashes in the region to be arrested immediately for further actions. He spoke in Kisumu today on his Nyanza region development visit.
While on his tour to Kisumu, President William Ruto has directed the CS Ministry of Interior and National Administration, Professor Kithure Kindiki, to arrest those orchestrating the Tuesday 3rd ethnic clashes in Sondu.
Kuna watu wanaturudisha nyuma na kulete vita kati ya jamii na kati ya majirani. Nishamwambia Professor Kithure Kindiki, vile tumewakalia wale wa North Rift, vile tunawakalia Al-Shabaab, hawa watu wa Sondu hapa watakiona cha mtemakuni. Hatutaki, sikizeni, hatutaki mambo ya ujinga ya ukabila. Sisi tunaishi Kenya moja. Na serikali ya Kenya ni serikali ya kila Mkenya. Mimi nataka niwahakikishie na tayari tumeweka mpango kamili na nimemwambia Professor Kindiki ahakikishe ya kwamba kila mtu ambaye alisababisha mwananchi akapotesha maisha yake lazima akamatwe na lazima apelekwe jela, kwa sababu kuua mwananchi mwenzako ni mambo ambayo haikubaliki. Wanaweza kwenda hiyo safari ya tatu ile ya kwenda huko, lakini watapitia kotini kwanza. Si namna hiyo.
Ruto's directive comes barely hours after Kindiki confirmed on his social media accounts that special security personnel have been deployed in the area to contain the escalation of violent crime and its environ. Kindiki also confirming the transfer of security personnel who are in the region and have since been deemed ineffective, impartial and incompetent, resulting in the success of the criminal gangs in the area. Aludagel, Lookuptv.
Nataka kuhakikisha kwamba Kenya ni moja na tutaungana sisi wote kama viongozi ndio Kenya iweze kusonga mbele.
Moving on, residents of Gitaru in Kiambu County has crumbled for unrefined cooking oil after a truck ferrying the oil overturned on the busy Nakuru-Nairobi highway, causing heavy traffic jam in the area, which forced the police to intervene and ensure that the slippery road is clear. Beatrice Kageha now reports.
Residents of Gitaru area in Kiambu County are once again on the spotlight for looting after a truck ferrying unrefined cooking oil from Mombasa to Uganda in Tanzania overturned along Nairobi-Nakuru highway.
Polisi waliweza kufika hapa na wakaweza ku-authorize watu wasikaribie hii lori sana, kwa sababu haikuwa inajulikana ile pande ambayo imelala na haikuwa inajulikana vile, kwa sababu kulikuwa bado na giza. So polisi wa Kikuyu tunawashukuru, walikimbia na wakakuja na wakaweza ku-authorize watu wasikaribie sana, na hatujakuwa na any incidents ambayo tunaweza sema imekuwa kitu ambayo ni ya kututia shaka.
It is an accident that presented what the residents say was a golden opportunity as they started scrambling for the commodity.
Mafuta imemwagika mingi na watu wameweza kuchota mafuta ambayo, na waomba watu ambao wamechota hii mafuta wasitumie pasipo kujua ni mafuta ya aina gani.
This comes days after the area residents had been warned earlier against using unrefined cooking oil. The police had a hard time trying to disperse the crowd.
Wameweza kuosha barabara, ndio inaoshwa. Kuna hiyo mambo inaendelea kuosha barabara kwa sababu ilikuwa na uterezi mwingi sana.
Nataka serikali itumalizie hii interchange. Juu ya hizi maajali. Wanga inafanyika pande ile nyingine, inafanyika hapa.
Gitaru area is now a hotspot for accidents following another accident having been reported a few weeks ago. Beatrice Kageha, Lookuptv.
Over 3,000 families living in Gilgil, Nakuru County are now living in constant fear of the looming evictions on their lands, which is estimated to be over 240 acres. This is due to a railway construction project that is set to cut across the area. The residents claim to have followed the due process in acquiring the property that is through the first owners, the Gema lands.
Eviction that could cost over 3,000 families to lose their homesteads. The families now constantly looking over their shoulders, fearing for what's to come.
Mara ya kwanza last week tulikuwa na DCC hapa, akatuambia serikali inafanya kitu ambacho kinaitwa feasibility study. Na feasibility study tunajua huwa zinafanyika kila wakati. Lakini leo tumekuja tukaambiwa a different information ya kwamba kuna reli ambayo imepita maeneo ya Gema.
A railway line that is to be constructed in Gilgil, Nakuru County, will cost over 240 acres of land.
24 kilometers times 10 acres. Hiyo ni 240 acres. Hizo ni ploti ngapi? Kwa sababu zote tumekata kwa barabara.
According to the residents, the land under the ownership was legally acquired, but all that is not being put into consideration.
Gema ndio walituuzia. Na wakituuzia tulifanya search, tulifanya utaratibu wote ambao unastahili wa kiserikali.
Their efforts to fight for their land have been futile. Threats on their lives have been issued, forcing them to retreat. But now they are crying for justice.
Wakisema ati hiyo reli inaenda kwa shamba ya Ruto, hatuwezi wafanya kitu. Exactly. Na wanasema ati tuko kwa reli. Najiuliza, kama mimi niko na eka mzima, nikanunua map of Kenya na nikafanya kila kitu, DC aka sign consent, title nika subdivision na nikapea watu wa matitle, alafu mtu wa reli anakuja kututisha.
Wanjiko Njoroge, Lookuptv.
Our next story takes us to Kisii County, where the world is taking notice of the remarkable soapstone artifacts. These intricate pieces of art have gained global recognition. Faith Bonereri now reports.
This is David Nyang'ao, one of the artifacts designers who was awarded at Kisii County Assembly for making soapstone.
Hii kwa siku unaweza jaribu na ina juu mawe ni ngumu sana, na hivyo ndio nimejaribu sana kwa hii sculpture. Hivyo ni kujiachilia ndio utengeneze hiyo ina, itakusaidia tu kwa maisha yetu yenye tunang'ang'ana nayo kwa hii maisha.
According to Nyang'ao, his good work was inspired by heroes and heroines, and now the art made clients from outside the country appreciate his work.
Na hii sculpture imependwa na watu wengi. Nao watu wanapenda hii sculpture ni watu wenye kama wanakimbia, wenye wananiwania nini hii kikombe ya kukimbia, watu wakubwa. Mostly inapendwa sana na watu, hata ng'ambo inapendwa, lakini kwa Afrika hapa nao watu wakubwa ndio wanafaa kupewa yenye wamefanya kazi kubwa.
His colleague Joseph Nyatike said their major clients were not the local people expected to have known the stone's significance, but people from outside, and that their experience was from peers, since they did not go to school to be trained.
Hii kwa kuanza kuchonga, sisi hatukuweza kwenda shule, ila tu najua kuna talanta kila mmoja amepewa. Kuna wakuzaliwa akiwa anajua kuchora ama akiwa anajua kuchonga, na kuna mwingine anaiga kutoka kwa wengine. So kama mimi nilianza hii kazi, naamini miaka imesonga kidogo, kama miaka 10 na kitu hivi, 15. Mimi nilipoanza nilichukua mawazo kutoka kwa chongachi wengine, kwa hivyo sikuenda shule.
Faith Bonareri, Lookuptv.
Tension has risen in the West Pokot and Turkana border after some students of the Turkana community attending Takwel Goj Secondary School were accused of being involved in banditry and killing of a border rider in Sarmach. The principal, Elijah Obach, however, disagreed with the allegations, coming out to defend the Form 4 students.
The West Pokot and Turkana border has always been a no-go zone because of conflict, banditry and cattle rustling activities. However, this changed after the establishment of Takwel Goj Secondary School, which brought students of both communities together. Earlier on Monday, the school was temporarily closed after learners from both communities had an exchange. West Pokot County Director of Education Simon Omai stated that the main reason for the closure was to allow parents from the two communities to have a discussion on how to end hostility among the learners. Elsewhere in Matete Sub-County, World Vision has partnered with Vision Fund to help parents and guardians to start businesses in order for them to sustain their children and be able to take them to school.
Mambo ya mimba ya mapema hapa pia ni changamoto kubwa. Mambo ya maji na usafi pia limekuwa jambo kubwa linasumbua, lakini World Vision wameweza kutuletea matenki kwa mashule, wameweza kupatia miradi ya maji kwa hospitali, including hapa Vuika mahali tuko siku ya leo.
Katika mji wetu wa Matete tumeona ya kwamba watoto hawa wengi wao ni ukosefu wa mahitaji. Kuna mahitaji ambao wanakosa na wanajikuta ya kwamba wanapatikana huko. Na wengine ambao wanaenda katika shule za day school, watoto wanatembea barabarani, unawapata ya kwamba wengine wamekosa hata malipo ya kulipa shuleni. Wakifika shule wanarudishwa nyumbani. Na wakati wanarudishwa nyumbani, unapata ya kwamba wameingia katika mambo yasiyofaa.
And finally, in Nakuru County, over 2,000 passports have been processed and 5,000 are still being processed. The County Commissioner Clifford Kibara urged the people who have not collected their passports to collect them under the given period of time, failure to which they will be disposed and penalized when making a future application.
We want to assure our Kenyans that we want, like in 3 days or even a week, you do your application and you have the passport. Of course, I've noted there are few challenges with the department, especially on spacing. These are things we are trying internally to see how best we can create space for the department so that also they can have a good working space for their staff. The government, the current government now, under His Excellency the President, the policy we are implementing is the bottom-up economic transformation model.
Ebi Kadini, Lookuptv.
And on that, we take another short break here on the program. I will be back with some sporting action.
We got good news for you. You have the opportunity to win up to 100,000 shillings cash money from Kuza Bees. It's easy to participate. Just open M-Pesa, Lipa na M-Pesa, account number 825454, account name right, Lookuptv, then deposit 99 shillings only. Remember, the more you participate, the more the chances of winning. Hurry now and be one of the winners of the Daily Cash Awards.
This game is BCLB licensed and is not open to persons under the age of 18 years. Play responsibly.
Infinity Industrial Park is one of the largest private industrial parks located along Eastern Bypass, Nairobi, which provides modern infrastructure for smooth operations for industries and business enterprises. Infinity Industrial Park offers world-class amenities and facilities with wide roads, a police station, a power substation, fire station, public transport stage, hospital, and shopping mall. In addition, Infinity Industrial Park also offers CCTV cameras, 24-hour private armed security patrol, sewer, water, fiber optic cable, and 3-phase power connection, added to public utility, canteen, and dining areas. Sail on the golden opportunity to invest in Infinity Industrial Park fully serviced warehouses at a special price of 3,569 Kenyan shillings per square foot. For more inquiries, visit our website infinityindustrialpark.com.
Let's now get sporty. The 97th Mashemeji Derby is scheduled for tomorrow at Kasarani Stadium. The match will be broadcast for the first time after a long period. Ruth Washeke now reports.
The much anticipated Mashemeji Derby between arch rivals AFC Leopards and Gor Mahia set for tomorrow promises to be an electrifying showdown worth remembering. As AFC Leopards aim to maintain their winning streak, head coach Tom Juma warns his opponents, telling them to gear up for a tough battle.
And of course, with Gor Mahia, it's of course a big rival, champion last season, maybe with a better squad. Of course, we are ready for that challenge. We'll do our best. We'll try to win this game, and hopefully we give our fans a victory for the first time. But it's not an easy game, as I said. But what we have to do is just play our normal game and try to do the right things.
Gor Mahia head coach Jonathan McKinstry has said despite the solid start of the season, they won't give their rivals opportunities since they seek redemption.
People look at the two teams and say Kogalo have had a good, solid start to the season and that AFC have had a poor start. But really, it's only a 3-goal swing. If AFC had either scored or conceded 3 more goals, they would be on the same points as us, because 4 draws are very easily turned into wins. Their loss is very easily turned into a draw. So actually, the gap isn't so big as the league table would suggest at the moment. So we know that if we let them in, if we provide opportunities for AFC tomorrow, that they can punish us. But we also know that if we play at our best, we've got a great group of players this season, and if we play to the levels we know we're capable of, that 9 times out of 10, we come away victorious.
As Ingwe look forward to secure the second consecutive derby win against Gor Mahia, the match promises to be more than just goals in the battle for supremacy. Reporting for Lookup Sports, I'm Ruth Washeke.
Moving on, Kisii-based Shabana FC won their first match in the FKF Premier against Breweries Tusker FC at Kasarani Annex. Vincent Nyabuto netted the lonely goal for Sami Okoth at the 70th minute. The newcomers have lost their 3 matches and secured 3 draws while losing 2 matches against Muranga Seal and Kariobangi Sharks.
Tutakuwa na ile agency na ile composure. That's why we didn't play well. Sio mashabiki.
And the 11th edition of the All Africa University Games, dubbed FASU, is scheduled to kick off tomorrow. Our reporter Oronje Kusimba has pitched camp in Kampala, Uganda. Let's listen in to what he has to say.
Loud and clear from Uganda, actually to be precise, Kampala, because this is the city where it's all going down. I mean the FASU competition, which is actually a competition that brings around and about universities from Africa just to bring their A game in this specific competition. I mean in football, rugby, tennis, and also all kinds of sports discipline. I mean the last year's competition, this is the 11th edition of the FASU. Remember the 10th edition, so the likes of University of of Joburg from South Africa bag it up when it came to the rugby discipline. And of course, it also brought in the likes of good universities from Uganda, that is Makerere from the host country, and also citing a few universities from Kenya. I mean, USIU Africa is also up, and also Daystar University and the likes of Kenyatta University, popularly known as Black Blood, had a good stint in this specific competition. But first things first, let's talk about this year's edition, because it happens to be bigger and better. And I mean, I'm just joined with the USIU Africa captain Elvis Kadima, just to give us a light of what they have geared up and also what they have in line to this specific tournament and how they're going to approach this specific tournament, because the games kick off tomorrow. Now, Elvis, mambo vipi? I'm just curious in how you have got yourself prepared for this specific competition.
Okay. We've been training well. We have been doing strength and conditioning. We have been doing gym. The players are confident. The moods are high. We are happy to, first of all, to be in Uganda. We've been participating in the tournament. We know this year will be a bit tougher, of course, better. The teams from Kenya, like we've said, Daystar Falcons, the like of Black Blood, they're coming for, of course, the win, but we believe that if we dot our I's and cross our T's, all is going to be well. We shall give a good fight, shall give a good show, so that our people back at home are proud of us. I think our biggest undertaking was our fitness levels. I think the South Africans were also better than us skill-wise, but we have sharpened over the year. We took part in, for example, TSAP, which we managed to emerge victorious. We did Kabeberi, which went well as well. So we believe that coming into the competition, comparing the team that was here last year and the team that is participating this year, we are confident, the moods are high. We are going to give a good show for sure. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Captain. I understand it's a long night. You need to get yourself rested up and warmed up for tomorrow. And of course, we'll be there right on set. Cheers and good luck for you in your games tomorrow. Now, Nelima, just to inform you, is that the teams are already here and it's going to be big, and that is what we are going to be covering tomorrow, just to put on the eye, giving you an in-depth analysis and also just giving you the results of these specific games, because they are going to kick off as early as 8 a.m. in the morning. So from me to you is just to hand over the baton to you and just to inform you that we'll pitch camp telling you more in regards to the FASU competition.
Thank you, Cedric Oronje, coming to us live from Kampala, Uganda. And of course, we'll be keeping our eyes on those East Africa University Games. Moving on, the 31st edition of the Maralal International Camel Derby commenced today. The edition kicked off with a conservation run and bicycle race intended to promote peace and cultural activities. The edition has attracted visitors from Germany, Canada, Australia, and the USA, who will take part in the racing with the camels tomorrow. The competition makes a comeback after 3 years due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
More of a tourism attraction as far as our country is concerned and our great county is concerned. There are so many things to sample within. You can see the explorers, you can see how our traditional marriage are being.
The DTB Bank with Us Golf Tournament will grace the Lashke Richa Golf Course as the tournament heads into its sixth leg this Saturday. The Saturday event has drawn over 130 participants from the region and its surroundings, including DTB's customers and prominent regional golfers who will compete for a variety of prizes. The DTB Golf Tournament continues to gain popularity in the country, with each leg experiencing increased entries from established golfers across the regions. And beyond our borders, English Premier League continues this weekend with 10 games expected to play. The early kick-off will be between Luton City Town against Tottenham Hotspur. Everton will take on Bournemouth. Chelsea will travel to Turf Moor to play Burnley. Fulham will go head-to-head against Sheffield United, while the Red Devils Manchester United will play Brentford at Old Trafford. Right, Andy, thank you so much for being with us for the last 45 minutes of nothing but the latest that is happening around us and, of course, beyond our borders as well. We'll be keeping an eye and keeping up with Cedric Oronje, who is in Kampala, Uganda, for the All East African University Games. You don't want to miss that all through this weekend. But we appreciate you so much for being part of this broadcast, and of course we appreciate your feedback. And as well, let's keep the conversations going across all our platforms. I know it's not I don't have enough time to read all the comments, but we appreciate you for your feedback. And of course, www.lookuptv.co.ke is where you can get more information about the latest stories that we are putting up, what is happening across all of 47 counties, across Africa and the rest of the world as well. Have yourselves a pleasant weekend. I am Nancy Nalima. Our sign language interpreter has been Felista Adundo. Good night.